Oh, a microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
The Doctor of Discernment is now online.
You know, much like my show, in that it's a local reaction to things that are happening on a federal level.
Dispensing a daily dose of common sense. No prescription required.
Wow, do I have a boatload of stuff for you, from the crazy to the absurd. Let's start getting into it because, I mean, it is bizarro world out there. And I say, if it's obvious to me, should be obvious to everybody. Oh, wow. Who could have seen this coming?
This is the Fourth Hour with Greg Belfrage.
Hold on to your butts.
Broadcasting from my basement bunker beneath Kettle Radio. Welcome to the Fourth Hour. Brian, I appreciated the comment that Brian asked, where are you getting your blizzard today? Remember that it's, you pick up a blizzard at any of the area DQs today. There are like over 30 in the region that are in the immediate Sioux Falls area that are participating in this. And the proceeds from the blizzard sales go to Children's Miracle Network. So this is a big day for them. And of course, Steve, you're always raining on the parade, man. you don't care for ice cream. What? That is just not right. Robert, you didn't get booted from the video. I had to restart. So I deleted the previous one. That's all that happened. You're fine. You're right where you should be. So let's get at it. Time's a wasting. It's Hillary Clinton in the middle of this plan to smear Donald Trump, reports the New York Post. So she approved a plan hatched by a campaign advisor to smear Donald Trump when he was first running for president with false claims of Russian collusion and distract from their own email scandal, blaming it on Trump. The plan included raising the theme of Putin's support for Trump. We still hear this. That is still out there, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. Steering public opinion toward the notion that it needed to equate then Putin with Trump and interference in American elections. Oh, this is too good. It's about time this stuff started coming to light. Clinton approved a plan proposed by one of her foreign policy advisors to smear Donald Trump, magnifying the scandal, tied it to, and what does that do to relations between Russia and the United States? You know, we haven't even talked about that. What does that do? You got two countries that are already at odds. And then you're going, well, we're going to make it look like he's in bed with Russia. Oh, man, this stuff just makes you sick. So I don't want to get too much in the weeds. You'll find this story at the New York Post. New York Post, top of the fold this morning. Also, the president and his ongoing battle with Jerome Powell, calling Powell a total loser. After the feds didn't change the rate, I'm going to increase the size here for you a little bit. The president on True Social, excuse me, and I shared these comments with you. This is from the president's True Social account late this morning. Jerome Powell has done it again. He's too late and actually too angry, too stupid, too political to have the job of Fed chair. He's costing our country trillions of dollars, in addition to one of the most incompetent or corrupt renovations of buildings in the history of construction. Put another way, too late is a total loser, and our country is paying the price. Wow. I don't want to get on the bad side of Donald Trump. I really do not. So that was on True Social within the last few hours, and it's getting a lot of attention. Presidents. So I said this on the air this morning. It's one of the reasons why I shared his most recent comments from his True Social account, because it makes news and it winds up driving the news. So a little bit more on this. The Federal Reserve consensus cracks. 2 board members voting against keeping the interest rates unchanged. There they are. There are the 2, and there's too late right there in the center. So they voted yesterday to keep interest rates at between 4.25 and 4.5%. It's been there since December. Normally, you have unanimous votes from the Federal Reserve. First time in 30 years that you've not seen a unanimous vote. Those 2 voted against keeping the rates where they voted to lower the rates. Voted to lower them. So already the cracks are showing in the Federal Reserve. Trump has been applying the pressure, and I got to imagine Jerome Powell gets, and I should check on this. I believe Jerome Powell's term ends in September, and so he's done. And there have been a lot of questions as to whether or not the president was going to fire him. President sure is putting a hell of a lot of heat on Jerome Powell. This is an interesting story from Axios, left-wing Axios, saying the reliably pro-Israel Republican Party scrambling to contain a generational revolt over foreign aid. I don't want to overplay. Axios overplays this stuff all the time. So, no, it's Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. She became the first Republican member of Congress to call Israel's war in Gaza a genocide. She's just a different bird. I think I believe that for a long time. Representative Thomas Massey said Israel's war in Gaza is so lopsided, there's no rational argument American taxpayers should be paying for it. That resonates with me. What about you? I would love to get your comments, and I'd love to see what you think in terms of as to whether or not you kind of feel the same way regarding this. Growing number of Gen Z conservatives removed from the historical context that shaped older Republican views. I hate Axios reporting. I just absolutely despise it. And then I ran across this story quickly at Politico. I'm going to share this just before we wrap up here this morning. We're at about the 10-minute mark here, trying very, very hard to keep these to 10 minutes each day. The shockingly shrunken footprint of a former president. Joe Biden is staffed by only 1 or 2 aides. He holds up for hours at a time in Delaware working on his memoir. Yeah, I can't wait to read that. While undergoing treatment for an aggressive form of prostate cancer, I do wish him well with his battle against cancer. But 1 or 2 aides, so for more than 5 decades, his existence was not only incredibly public, but busy. Oh, man. Anyway, now he's 1 or 2 aides, and that's it. That's all that Joe Biden has surrounding him. And we're going to leave it there for today. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to the Greg Belfrage Show. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, now I'm speaking to, you're on YouTube. Please subscribe. I would very, very much appreciate it. And that's it. That's a wrap from the bunker. Special nod to the bunker, or excuse me. I'm all I'm all confused here today as to how I start changing things, and then I get lost. I have hated growing old. I've always struggled, I think, but it's gotten worse, and especially since my stroke. And I don't think it's because of the stroke so much as it's just age. But that is a wrap from the bunker. A special salute to the bunker brigade, those who are here each and every day. Oh, what I wanted to say is you made it to the end of the video. You're part of my gallery of champions. That's it. There we go. See, it's coming back to me slowly, admittedly. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Until tomorrow, I'm out of words. I'm underground and gone.